Yo, what's up, guys? This is Sleet, and today I'm talking about Manchester City versus Real Madrid. We're less than 24 hours from the second leg, and I'm very afraid. It's been 5 months since the first leg, where City won 2-1. Firstly, I want to give a lineup for both teams, and then I'm going to predict the scoreline. So, originally, I thought Pep was going to go with the double pivot and play Gundogan, but based on the comments today at the press conference, I think the team's going to be our normal 4-3-3. Starting in goal, there's only one choice, Ederson. And then I think three of the back four pick themselves. It's going to be Cancelo at left back because Mendy's injured, or not injured, he's suspended for the game based on the first leg. Walker at right back. Of course, Laporte. And then I originally thought Garcia was going to play, but for two reasons, I don't think he will now. Firstly, at the Arsenal game, both of the goals came from Aubameyang. The second goal especially was completely Garcia's fault, and I think that lack of pace is going to be exploited by Real Madrid, especially if he starts. And the second reason I don't think Garcia is going to start is because of the comments today at the press conference. Guardiola said that he thinks Garcia wants to leave, and if Garcia wants to leave, I can't see him being played. Although if they did prepare for him to play for the past couple of months and they were training in mind that he'd be playing against Real Madrid, he might start. And I think he is probable to start, but I just think Fernandinho is the safer option. So I think Pep's going to go for Fernandinho because of the experience, and I also think despite him being 34, Fernandinho is quicker than Garcia. Now, originally I thought Garcia might start, and then either Gundogan would play with Rodri or Fernandinho would play with Rodri, and we played De Bruyne more centrally. But based on the comments today, like I said, I think it's going to be Rodri holding with De Bruyne in front, and I think it'll be David Silva. If this was a year ago, last season, definitely Bernardo because of the running power that he gives through the middle, but I don't think he's been quite himself this year, especially based on how good he was last year. So I think it'll be David and De Bruyne. And then the front line is also difficult because in the first leg, I don't think anybody was expecting the formation we played. It was like a 4-4-2 with Bernardo, almost like a false nine, and Jesus was playing through the middle, but also playing all along the left wing and even going back to left back and helping Mendy defend. Given the way he played in the first leg, Jesus is a guaranteed starter for me. And I think Sterling is going to start based on his form recently. Plus, he won the penalty in the first leg. I think Sterling just causes problems with his pace and has to play. I think Jesus is a guaranteed starter. Now, personally, I think Mahrez has been fantastic, but I'm not sure if he has the defensive capabilities to play in this game, or Guardiola is going to trust him to start. So it could be Foden, it could be Bernardo, who I think Bernardo has the best defensive capabilities of any of our right wingers. This is tough, but I think I'm going to go with Mahrez there. Okay, moving on to Madrid's lineup. I've been watching a lot of their games, and they've been very, very good at the end of the season. Of course, winning La Liga, and I think it was like a 10-game winning streak leading up to their last game, which I think they drew. But of course, they're a fantastic team, and they're going to be coming into this game with a lot of belief based on how well they've been playing and how well they've done historically in this competition. So Zidane, I think, is going to start Courtois, of course. I think right back will be Carvajal. Left back, I'm pretty sure it'll be Ferland Mendy. Sorry that I'm messing that up so much. Ferland Mendy, because of how good he's been. And I think attacking-wise, especially, he's fantastic. Like, watching games. Varane, of course, will start. And because Ramos is suspended, I think it'll be Militao. And I think that's a huge miss for them. City will target Militao out of that back four because he's not used to playing as much, and I know Militao was getting some games there at the end of the season to kind of prepare him for this and playing alongside Varane, but I don't think he'll be as comfortable. And although they're both pacey, I think we can definitely get at that back line because of how attacking minded it is in places. In the midfield for Madrid, I think they're going to go definitely with Casemiro holding. It'll probably be Cruz, and although Valverde's been fantastic, and I think I'd probably play Valverde because I think to beat City, you kind of have to dominate the midfield, and the best way to do that is with pace. I'd play Valverde there, but I think that Zidane is going to go with Modric because of the significance of the game and how much pressure there will be on whoever starts. Looking at their front line, Benzema is of course the main man for them right now. I think he scored 20 plus goals in the league, and he was like by far their top scorer. On the wings, it's kind of hard to choose. I think that Zidane is going to try and counter City, and he knows how unreliable some of our center backs are, especially pace-wise. I think Laporte is decently quick, but he's not even that fast. And although Walker and Cancelo are both very quick, if you can just hit balls through the middle against Rodri, who will probably be dropped in the middle with Laporte, and then whoever's on the right, which if it's Fernandinho or Garcia, they can both be got at. I think he's going to go for as much pace as he can. And while I think he loves Asensio, I think he'll probably start Vinicius. Or I'm almost 100% sure Vinicius will start, especially after how he played in the first game and the problems he caused. And then I think on the right, originally, I would have thought, despite all the problems that they have and personal issues, I would have thought Bale would have started because of how great he is, pace-wise, and how clinical he can be. If you just hit a long ball to Bale, he can score those. But instead, I think he'll probably go with Hazard if Hazard's fit. There's like rumors about an old injury like bothering Hazard. I think that instead he'll probably go with Asensio. But it could be Isco because Isco did score in the first leg, and Isco and Vinicius both did cause problems in the first leg for much of it. Okay, I'll probably try and put some kind of graphic on the screen now of those two lineups, and if I do so, it'll be from Footbin. Now that you know how I think both teams are going to line up, I'm going to give my score prediction. I think Madrid will come very confident, and of course they need to score. They'll need to score at least 2 to go through, and I think the longer they don't score, if City are able to hold out, at least at the start, they'll start to come on to us more, and I think that'll hinder them because their biggest asset is probably their pace against our slower backline, at least through the middle. Our slower center backs can be got at, especially because of how high up the field City play. So I think if City score early, I think the tie's done. I think City will probably win about like 3-1, 3-0, maybe even like 3-2. It could be a high scoring game if Madrid really push for it, but I could see City scoring early and then completely dominating because Madrid will be playing into our hands almost. But if that doesn't happen, I think early on at least Real will probably have more of the ball. They'll try and like push. But I think they'd be better off trying to sit back and soak it up, because if they just sit back and they force us to cross, Jesus, although he did score that header against Ramos in the first leg, he's not the best in the air compared to someone like Varane or Militao. Looking at it, I think the game will probably finish. I want to go 2-1 to City, although I'm very nervous. I think Real Madrid are very confident, and they've been playing so well that I think they expect to go through. And I think with Zidane coaching them, they will come out with something that maybe we're not expecting, or like a tactic that we're not expecting. But I think City will have to go through. I can't see City not beating them, although I'm probably biased. Okay, this has been the first video I've done or recorded or tried to do, so if I've been speaking kind of fast or I'm nervous, I apologize for that. But if you did enjoy what you saw, I want you to leave a like and subscribe. That would mean a lot to me if anybody watches or comments, and I want to know what you guys think will happen before the game tomorrow. I'm really excited, but I'm also freaking it. Thank you for watching if you stayed all the way through, or if you leave a comment on how you think I can improve or get better. I know I can probably speak better. This is the first time. Please give me a break. Thanks for watching. See ya.